So are you about to apply to college and you're going to be using the Common App? If that's the case, then you don't want to miss this video. I'm going to walk you through what is new with the Common App for 2025-2026. In case you don't know me, my name is Kristina Semos of Ivy Lounge Test Prep, and for the last 15 years, I have helped high schoolers all around the globe dramatically raise their SAT and ACT test scores and write very compelling and authentic college application essays and ultimately land spots at their dream schools. So let's get started. So first things first, let's talk about the two things that are not changing. The first thing that is not changing are going to be the main personal statement essay prompts. So as you might know, there are always 7 essay prompts that one can choose to write their main common application essay or the personal statement. This is that magical essay that I have so many videos about how to approach to get like your true self on the page in those 650 words or less. So those 7 essay prompts, they have been the same now for at least 3 years, maybe even 4 years. The other thing that is not changing is the overall workflow and functionality of the website itself, like the Common App website when you log in. Like the recommender system, that all stays the same. The different information that you have to fill out, all of that basically stays the same. But there are 3 important changes that are happening that you do need to know about. The first big change is that the old community disruption, aka the COVID-19 pandemic essay prompt, is going to be different starting this August 1st, 2025 on the Common App. So as you may recall, in August of 2020, when we were all in the thick of like lockdown during the beginning parts of the pandemic, a lot of people were very much affected by the pandemic, and this affected their test scores, this affected their grades, this affected so many things, their mental health, their physical health. So because of that, way back when, there was a question starting in 2020, and it was this. It was community disruptions such as COVID-19 and natural disasters can have deep and long-lasting impacts. If you need it, the space is yours to describe those impacts. Colleges care about the effects on your health and well-being, safety, family circumstances, future plans, and education, including access to reliable technology and quiet study spaces. For more information, check out our COVID-19 FAQ. So it was a 250 word limit if you were applying, for first year, to be a freshman and undergraduate, right? You're a high schooler applying for the first time to college. Was a 250 word limit, and that was the question. And then it became more of a community disruption thing. So for this coming August 1st, 2025, it's now going to be called a challenges and circumstances question. And this is the new language. So here it is. So sometimes a student's application and achievements may be impacted by challenges or other circumstances. This could involve access to a safe and quiet study space, access to reliable technology and internet, community disruption, violence, protests, teacher strikes, etc., discrimination, family disruptions, divorce, incarceration, job loss, health, loss of a family member, addiction, etc., family or other obligations, caretaking, financial support, etc., housing instability, displacement or homelessness, military deployment or activation, natural disasters, physical health and mental well-being, war, conflict, or other hardships. If you're comfortable sharing, this information can help colleges better understand the context of your application. Colleges may use this information to provide you and your fellow students with support and resources. So this is optional, right? So it's going to ask, would you like to share any details about challenges or other circumstances you've experienced? Now you have to answer yes or no, but you don't have to say yes. If you don't want to talk about it, you can say no, but then you have the option of saying yes. And then it says, please describe the challenges or circumstances and how they impacted you. Now, the word and the character limit will remain the same. So for first year applicants, right, it's a 250 word max. So that is the first big change on the Common App for the 2025-2026 application year. So in case you're new to my universe, My name is Kristina of Ivy Lounge Test Prep. I've helped high schoolers for a decade and a half get into their dream colleges by helping them dramatically raise their SAT and ACT test scores and write very compelling and authentic to them college application essays. So I have a question for you, and that is, where are you in the college application essay process? So wherever you are, do you know about it? Do you have a topic? Do you have a first draft? You're way behind. You're like already done and can't wait for the Common App to open on August 1st so you can just put in all your information and be done. Let me know in the comments below. And while you are at it, go ahead and just like this video, just thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel, because then that way every week when I give you the latest in tips and updates and hacks for the SAT, for the ACT, for college application essays, you will be the very first to know. Okay, so the second of the three big changes going on with the Common App has to do with the additional information question. So the question itself is not changing. It still is an optional question if you have, any additional information to add to your application. But it is going to be a reduced word count. If you are a first-year applicant, then the limit is going to be reduced from 650 words to only 300 words maximum. If you're a transfer student and you're going to do a transfer application, then your limit will be reduced from 3,500 characters to 1,500 characters max. So that is the second big update, is that the additional information question is going to have a reduced word and or character count. And the third big change for the Common App for the 2025-2026 academic application year is that the look and feel of the Common App is going to be very different when they relaunch it in August. So I'm actually going to share my screen and I'm going to show you a PDF that Common App has provided to show you what it's going to look like. It's actually pretty cool. So this is the updated look and feel for the Common App. So as I said, the functionality of the Common App and things like the recommender system, account rollover, the workflows, none of that's going to change. Only a few things are going to change. So first of all, the dashboard. So starting August 1st of 2025, when you enter, you actually will notice that you have like a progress bar, right? You have a progress bar for two things. One is the My Common Application and one is My Colleges. So this is another little change, is it used to be called Common App and it used to be the second big tab after My Colleges. They actually changed that. So now instead of Common App, because we call the website Common App, right? With the part that represents all of your information, your transcript, your family, your activities, your personal statement, your test scores, all of those things, they're calling it My Common Application. So students can understand what it is. So that's the main thing. And it's happening first. So if you look at the tabs on the left, My Common Application happens first, and then My Colleges is going to happen afterwards. And so it has a different look and feel. It's much more clean appearing. And it has these nice little, it tells you what is done and what still has work to do. And so you have this nice little progress bar. So yes, My Common Application, it was formerly the Common App tab, and it formerly was the second one. Now it's the first one. So when you go in, it has all the same things you have to enter in, right? It still has your profile, personal information, address, contact, details, demographic, language, geography, Common App fee waiver, stuff about family, education, testing, activities, writing, which is the personal statement, and courses and grade. So we will now have green check marks when you're done with things. We can see it a little bit more, what's finished, what's not. This is just showing you the different tabs. Oh, I do want to say, parents have asked me before, oh, but you have to say if you've taken an SAT or ACT. No, you don't. This is how it's worded. In addition to sending official score reports as required by colleges, do you wish to self-report scores or future test dates for any of the following? ACT, SAT, SAT subject tests, which you wouldn't be doing now, AP, IB, Cambridge, TOEFL, PT, academics, IELTS, and Duolingo English tests. So it says, do you wish to report? You don't have to. So you're not required to report anything if you don't want to. Okay. Just putting that out there. Your activities, it's still the same. You have 10 of them. Character limits and everything are the same. The personal essay or the personal statement, it's still a 650 word max. It's still the same 7 essay prompts from last year and the year before, as I already mentioned. Courses and grades. So when you enter your colleges, then it will tell you if some of your colleges on your list require you or if they don't require you to put in your courses and your grades. So the My Colleges tab. So this is where you are going to search and you're going to put in the colleges you're wanting to apply to, and then you get to see the application requirements, right? And you have the overview on the left side. And then over here, you can go through and click on each one and it tells you where you are and what you still have to do. So when you click on, like here, they clicked on Whittier College, you click on college information, it tells you all the dates and deadlines, it tells you the application details, and then it tells you here all the different tabs where you have to answer a question or submit something. And there are no green checks, so this person still needs to do them. And then we get to the review and submit. And it's still review and submit. You get to review it before you submit it. Never forget that. Okay, so then we have an Explore tab. Okay, and so we have the Apply. We have My Common App. That's the stuff that's going to be the same for all the colleges. And then it's My Colleges. Again, that's the part that's going to be specific questions you're answering or specific essays you're writing for each individual college. The Explore tab has 2 parts to it. One is the college search, and then the other one is financial aid. So this is where you're going to search for different colleges that you then want to add to your My Colleges tab. And then the financial aid area, it basically will help you find like scholarship, grant, work study, loan, and you can enter in some questions and it can actually help you find certain money. So someone in this imaginary account answered a few questions, and based off of those, it came up with 2 available matches for them. And it tells you like when the deadlines are, and then you can go in and apply. So it's all here. Those are the 2 main things that are staying the same, which are the main personal statement, essay prompts, and the main functionality and workflow of your Common App. And those are also the 3 things that are changing, which is the COVID or community disruption essay has now changed wording entirely. The additional information essay has changed its character and word maximum. And the overall look and feel of the Common App has changed. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you need help navigating this, I actually have some ways to work with me one-on-one. So I have an Ace the Common App personal statement mini package where I help you go through a bunch of questions, dig in your head and figure out your organizing principle and help you craft a very compelling, honest and authentic to you personal statement that weaves together all the disparate parts of your transcript and your grades and your application. So you look like a really cool, cohesive, whole, thoughtful, self-aware applicant who any college would love to have on their campus. So there's that. I also have 6-hour supplemental essay packages. And I also have a really nifty, like it's only $9. It's an Ace the Personal Statement PDF that shows you some of my favorite down and dirty do's and don'ts of the personal statement and how to approach writing this essay. So check them all out in the link below.